Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. This is our good campaign and we're headed towards the reliable Redoubt. And we're just going to kind of move here and then we'll rest. We're just going to rest outside of our camp at this time because I want to set someone on scribe scrolling. Whatever. Scroll scribing. That's the one I'm looking for. And we're going to make some scroll of mage armors. What does it need to make actually? Let me just... It requires rainbow quartz. Interesting. Let's begin resting. I just wanted to try it out and see what it's like. There's somebody on the road. After 4 hours of rest, you were attacked. Oh, that's slightly unfortunate. It hasn't happened in a very long time.
Yet another obstacle.
Oh, that's a lot of enemies actually, and we have no one awake.
Call me again if you need to.
We are getting murdered.
I failed you, friends.
Let's see how we can win this still. Flagged wolf, ghoul creeper. We'll be resting right after this anyway, so as long as we don't die, we're fine.
This is not my time yet.
That was a very interesting moment. Ooh, extra experience. Doesn't hurt though. Okay, back to camp. Back to sleep time. Wasn't expecting that. That's neat. Alright, we failed to camouflage the camp is what happened. We're good to go though. Interesting. Let's go deal with the gargoyles and get our Regil. We have to be more lawful this time, unfortunately, because we're getting to be too good. We're going to lose our ability to level up Monk. Which would be really bad for this character because that's all her class is. She's only Quarterstaff Master because I'm just testing it out. Pretty fun so far. I really want more wisdom and more strength. That's fine. Alright, let's do this thing.
Follow me.
Yacker is here. And he says, Commander, come here quickly. Let's go see what he has to say for himself. He says, oh. From the mountain you see a raided camp and 2 groups of warriors, one wearing white and yellow armor, the other in black. They're led by a tall man in white priest robes. Some of the warriors glance around fretfully, their weapons shaking in their hands. Hear the screams of gargoyles from above. The beasts are approaching the camp.
Quickly, evacuate the wounded. The beasts are about to strike again. Use cloaks as stretchers. We've got to make it through. Paralictor, your people will have to cover us while...
2 more minutes left out in the open, and neither you nor I will have any troops left to order about, Cruz.
But the wounded...
Retreat to shelter!
The one called Paralictor makes a barely noticeable gesture, and the swords of his troops execute the wounded. If the man in white has anything further to add, his words are drowned out by the shrieks of gargoyles as they fall from the sky. The Paralictor will lead the unit to shelter. We need to get through to them. Okay, Yacker, I'll follow you in a minute. More importantly, though, we need to get some... Oh.
We will be victorious.
I thought they wouldn't appear until we actually got down the stairs, but that was apparently not the case. I was going to get some buffs going, but we'll do that after this fight. Somebody's stuck. Oh, I see. Soziel's just not in the fight at all. Alright, Soziel needs a level of, like, Vivisectionist for some sneak attack or something. But anyways, let's get some mage armor out. At least on the one person who needs it.
I tire of waiting.
And I guess we can just head off now. I don't think we need anything else at the moment. I may need to respec this group later on.
Did we find trouble?
In general.
No, they did. Begone, fiend!
Maybe Soziel as a cleric is not very good. I wonder if I could make him something else. Turn around and hit this guy. You're just not obeying my commands at all. Okay, fair enough. At least she does a bunch of damage. She's the only person in our group that does a bunch of damage. And I guess Sela does some okay damage too sometimes, but not great. Going down here? The sight before you is at once macabre and picturesque. A lifeless couple, a man and woman dressed in white and yellow priest robes, lie on the ground surrounded by the bodies of dead gargoyles. They are tangled in death. The claws of the monsters are tearing at the human's clothes, and the largest gargoyle's talon has pierced the man's chest and punctured his heart. Before they died, he or his companions defeated the enemy. Suddenly, the woman opens her eyes. She doesn't look at you, but stares up at the world-wound's horrific red and black sky. Her pale lips open, and she exhales abruptly. The sun will never rise again. Even the sky here is cursed, and we along with it. Yaker, walking in the front, steps over the body without looking, but turns around at the sound of the woman's voice. The Mendevian faithful break too easily. All people are easily broken. The knights in pale armor help each other through the horror, but the knights in black only break each other and everyone around them. Good. You heal the woman. You need help. You'll feel better now. The woman pushes you away with a weak gesture. Expend your efforts on somebody who can be helped. Leave me. My crusade is over. Who are you? What happened here? I am the priestess of the Ardent Sarenrae from the Order of the Sunrise Sword. Next to me is Ashes Strager, head of our order. Sorrowful pride sounds in the woman's voice. He has led our forces on raids to the world wounds many times. For this campaign, the Gargoyles attacked a few nights ago. A vast number. We've never seen anything like it. Ashes organized our resistance with great skill, but while the monsters were distracting our fighters, a small group of them raided the camp and took our supplies. We were left without food and water in the middle of the world wound, where it's impossible to find provisions. We shared the last crumbs of our supplies and set off back the way we came. Everyone was suffering from hunger and thirst. We grew weak and could barely fight back when the gargoyles struck a second time. They snatched many of us away. I saw the pain on Ash's face as he counted the losses, but he managed to rally us. We continued our trek and soon came across traces of a recent battle. Someone had destroyed a troop of demon worshippers. In our desperation, we decided to follow the strangers to warn them of the gargoyles and seek their help, having no idea that they were Hellknights. But we received only scorn. Every gulp of water in my unit is accounted for, they said. They spared us 2 flasks and a sack of dried bread. They said we were allowed to keep the sack to use as bandages. 2 flasks between all of us, a sack for bandages. Hellknights. Sela curls her fists, almost grunting through her clenched teeth, for their ally with a flesh-eating poisonous wyvern. A leader has to take care of their own tribe first. All the scandalized gasps. How could he do such a thing? Suddenly fall away when you're first faced with a hard choice. Are you going to take food out of your own child's mouth to feed a starving stranger? What happened after that? The gargoyles attacked. Despite how the Hellknights Paralictor had treated us, Ashes endeavored to help them, and had us carry their wounded, but that monster had them slaughtered. Ashes was beside himself. It's difficult to conceive of such evil. He told our people to go with the Hellknights to find shelter, while he stayed to cover our retreat. The woman exhaled softly. He was a strong cleric, but as he treated their wounded, he neglected himself, and he paid for it. What terrible injustice. But alas, all too common. Those who care for others often perish first. Your commander can't be helped, but you're still alive. Allow me to help you and come with us. The woman looks at you wistfully. Why? So many deaths, so many sacrifices, such bravery, all for what? No, I will not go with you, stranger. My commander and I will die by what we lived for. Compassion and nobility. I don't want to keep fighting for a world that bows to such laws. May the goddess forgive me. Farewell. The woman closes her eyes, exhausted. I'm sorry these good people treated you this way. If you don't have the strength to go any further, rest. We will continue your crusade, I promise you. You're just gonna leave her? I thought you would convince her to get up and fight to the end. Not her. She cannot. She won't give up. She has already died inside. Not from the gargoyle's claws, but from the wounds those good knights made in her heart. Soon she will die completely. You and I will remember her, won't we? And we'll fight for her as well. Yes. Yes, Ember, I promise. Yaker shakes his head. Commander, I'm not one to advise you, but you're wasting time on this fool. And the gargoyles will soon be back. That's our usual tactic. Fly up or group attack again. Going back to my unit now, and I advise you not to stay here long either. What bastard sword is that? Bastard Sword of Hope. It's a +2 mithril bastard sword, and it restores HP on critical hits, which is such a nice sword. Too bad nobody in our... Actually, you know what? She doesn't have a weapon focus, does she? Yet. I don't think. Did I give her weapon focus? Let's find out. Accomplished sneak attacker, linger performance, outflank. No, but does she have exotic weapon specialization? Nope. She does not. And neither does he, so he can't use it either. Maybe we'll give him exotic weapon specialization and he can use a bastard sword of hope. Probably better than his garbage glaive. Alright, fine. We'll deal with him later. We're gonna get haste.
Require my unbiased opinion?
There's a group of gargoyles here. The cleric is the most annoying one, but we're gonna try and get through. That's good enough. Just go. Did we get held? No, we didn't.
How
Okay,
you
good.
hit that?
Run these guys away.
Surrender or else.
And that's fine. Done. Easy enough. Let's loot the camp and then we'll head off. I wish we could loot the Hellknights' actual armor. The black plus, I think it's +2 Hell Knight armor or something like that. That would be kind of useful. At least to sell, if nothing else. Our monk definitely cannot use it, so that would be pointless for her, but same... Oh, hang on. Before we go, trying to lockpick at 55%, let's save in case we break the lock.
This was simple enough.
It worked just fine. This group needs a pet. You know what? That's what I'll do when I respec our group, is get ourselves some pets to help tank things, because our group doesn't have a whole... Well, I guess it has Seela. Soziel's not a very good tank until he gets a shield and a better weapon. Lore nature, let's try it out.
This was simple enough.
Demonic energy has polluted the earth, creating tumors filled with poison. Grim. Did I miss something up here? What does this do? Even after the attack, the tents at the Hell Knight camp are lined up neatly, looking like they're ready for a parade.
We will win this war.
Did I want none of these things? Okay, good. Alright, let's get out of here. We're going to do heavy buffing before we go into the cave, because the gargoyle fight is very irritating. And this group is not as good as fighting as the other group.
Together we stand.
It really isn't, unfortunately, but it's fine. We'll make it happen. We're going to take off Seela's armor for the moment until she does all her spell stuff. Let's try Blur.
I stand
I'm
ready.
always open to ideas.
Blur.
Rely
Okay, we're going to try to
on
get
me.
Blur on literally
Anything
everyone.
new?
And...
A bright future awaits us.
You are my
You
favorite
didn't cast
aid.
Blur. Okay. What else can we do here? We need some... She's starting to get mage armor. She's going to be wearing armor. Lan needs mage armor.
We'll make things right.
You need mage armor. You don't. You need to cast Bless.
I'm
Okay.
ready to move out.
This is my
Shield.
I will help where I can.
She'll have her bard song on at the point of the battle. Nothing else for her at the moment. He might as well drink
You're a
his
good
thing.
person. I like
He doesn't
you.
have spells, so it doesn't matter.
Let me
You
help.
require my unbiased
The
opinion.
goddess protects us.
Do you have normal protection from evils? Yes, you do. Let's get protection from evil. Out. On you, you. And you. Did his spell fail? Why didn't it work? Fine. There we go. That worked. Don't know why it didn't work the first time, but fine,
Yes,
whatever.
what?
No big deal. We're also going to cast Enlarge Person on you. Less tanky, but more damagey. Alright, and I think we're pretty much ready to go. There's not a lot we can do other than that. Take
We
that.
will win this war.
Meditate on your mistakes.
Anything new?
Search for the part make you
And-
feel better, not your eyes.
Guess that's going to be it. We'll cast Haste when the battle starts, I think. We'll save as soon as we get inside the cave as well, because I think we're allowed to save in there. Yeah.
Let's move.
Okay, let's do this. We gotta go talk to the people. Or not. There we go.
Knight Commander, I presume.
Oh,
Your glory precedes you.
there's a weird audio
I
thing
am
there.
Reginald de Reg, Paralictor of the Order of the God Claw, and temporary officer of the joint unit of Hellknights and the Order of the Sunrise Sword. You and your people should take positions. The Gargoyles are regrouping. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes.
At the moment you step over the threshold, you're targeted with pale yellow eyes. A gnome with considerable gray in his hair, dressed in black armor, lowers his head slightly. A joint unit?
Forcibly joined. The leader of the Order of the Sunrise Sword was unable to get to safety, which is not surprising, considering his, shall we say, excessive scrupulousness and sluggishness. Given the extreme situation, I took command of his people.
Virgil speaks with military precision and economy.
It's supposed to be good when different people unite. We're here for a common cause. But it still gives me the creeps for some reason. Hellknights shouldn't be allowed to get their claws into our paladins. It's wrong.
I saw you ordered your own wounded to be finished off.
Indeed. The Gargoyles were clearly trying to capture as many prisoners as they could. I don't know the reason behind these abductions, but I'm not about to give the enemy what they want. That is why all my people were ordered not to be taken alive. And as for the wounded, we didn't have time to get them to safety anyway.
Virgil's answer is dry, almost disinterested.
Can you hear yourself? For the sake of principle, in order not to give the enemy what they want, you killed your own wounded. Helpless subordinates. Why does anyone still follow you?
Because we are Hellknights. We know our duty.
Only someone who's never been responsible for the lives of others could feel any outrage at this decision. The wounded couldn't be saved. What good would it do to anyone if the rest perished along with them?
Paladins don't trade in lives. They strive to save everyone.
You're right, they don't. They give lives away for absolutely nothing.
Did you really give 2 flasks of water to the Knights of the Sunrise Sword suffering from thirst and a sack to use as bandages? Standing behind his commander, Yacker rolls his eyes.
I spared them the exact volume of resources I could sacrifice without risking my own people. However, the situation has developed, and I've already ordered they be given additional supplies. They are temporarily under my charge, and I can use their forces to rebuff the attack. They'll work for their water.
Virgil raises his voice and speaks emphatically, ignoring the whisper coming from a group of Knights of the Sunrise Sword. He seems to be reiterating his position for their benefit. I like your approach. Makes sense to make sure your own people have enough resources and then share what remains with everyone else.
I'd say I'm willing to spend resources on those I deem useful. But yes, you described the matter adequately.
We need more lawful. We need to get rid of the Gargoyles, and then we'll talk.
Agreed. Be ready, Commander. This attack may be worse than the last one.
Can I save? Nope. Okay, so they're coming in.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Darn. I was kind of hoping we could save right there, but we cannot. Alright, so you, and you are going to run over here to this corner. And you are going to cast a blast to this. And then we're going to do a haste as soon as she's clear. Good enough. Okay, and now you're over here. Go. Alright, this is going way worse than our first groups. Why are we fatigued? Oh no, we're blurred. Sorry, never mind. Not fatigued, just blurred.
Into the fray!
I'm gonna get you to cast healing here. Top up some people. Okay. This is going alright so far, kinda. We have way more buffs on this group than we have on our last groups. So that's good. That cleric needs to die now. This actually might go really, really well for us. Oh, we need to kill that one. Don't let him kill anyone. Oh, it's already dead. Okay, cool. Something hit it for 56 damage. Okay, she's not dead. Yet. Ember, no, don't die. She died. Wreck. God, I hate that. There's always one gargoyle hunter that's like, you know what I'm gonna do? Go punch Ember in the face until she dies. No matter what else is going on in the battle. Alrighty, we're back in here again. Let's do this again. We're gonna do the conversation real fast, lightning fast, just to get it over with.
Knight come.
It's supposed to be
You're right,
I spared.
Done. Very fast.
We will be victorious.
Okay, you move over here. Everyone else goes. You cast haste right now. No, you're not gonna cast haste. You're just gonna kind of dither around.
I can still fight.
Barely. You're almost dead. We are getting some horrible. Is he already down? You gotta be kidding me. How are we gonna get him back up?
I'm all right.
I guess we can try and run Ember over there to heal him.
This condition is...
And Nenio's dead. Where was Nenio? Oh. Okay, let's try that again. That was much worse than the first attempt. I think I forgot to move Nenio over to the corner after she cast haste, which led to her inevitable death.
Let us be off.
Night come.
It's supposed...
Oh, you're right. I spec.
Okay, let's try this one more time. Hopefully better this time. Okay, you. Still over here-ish. And you do this. And then you cast haste. And then get over here as well.
Just sit here.
Why does Sela take such a beating constantly?
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
And she's dead. Maybe what I'll do is I'll send Sela with the ranged people so she doesn't die the moment the combat starts. Because she takes so much damage, even with blur and protection on. She's only got how much armor though? Wait, oh, because she doesn't have her armor on. Oh, I was being dumb. This is my own fault. Now she's liable not to die.
Let us be
Ah, very silly of me. That was my own fault.
You're right. I spared. Agree.
Now she has like 8 more armor class and probably won't die nearly as much.
Accept their statement.
Okay, so you 3 come this way. I mean, what's more impressive is that she didn't die instantly during the other attempts. I'm just kind of impressed. Okay, now you over to the corner. Soziel, start healing because you are already down instantly. Soziel didn't expect to stay up as much. As soon as this one dies, and we can actually get Ember over here. Maybe. No. Okay, now we can. We can get Soziel back up to heal. And our main character's down too, so that's actually really bad. Come on. Start doing this thing. Heal. Faster. Just keep pouring out the heals. There's more coming in. Oh no, Ember. Oh no, Ember. Don't stand there. That's a really bad place for you to stand. You keep healing. Okay, this is going alright. We need more haste. I think our haste is about to wear out. No, maybe not. How long do we got left on haste? 2 seconds, yes. More haste. Haste is back up to 41 seconds. Good. You just keep pouring these out, please. I have no time to pay attention to anything else other than pounding out heals as much as possible. The High Cleric is there, but it's not doing too much yet. Okay, now there's only the 2 clerics left. And just the High Cleric left. I think we got this. Maybe one more quick heal. Oh, tough fight. It is a ruthlessly tough fight. I'm going to save here because I definitely don't want to do that fight again. Also, I think we forgot something last time with our other group I'm going to go do between videos, I guess. Which is, there's a loot down here on this Mobility 25 check that I forgot about previously. Now let's talk to... Where's the Paralictor? There's Regil. He's very hard to see. Regil gracefully stows his weapon and places his hands behind his back. You two check the area, mark any potential shelters that offer protection against aerial attacks. Quartermaster, inventory the remnants of the camp. I want to make sure that Gargoyles only abducted people and weren't interested in anything else. Send messengers immediately to our scout squads and order them to return to camp. And I need a full list of casualties. The sooner, the better. He turns to you and nods slightly. Commander, your arrival was well timed. Now we can finally talk. I am quite interested in the events that occurred at the Grey Garrison, and I suppose you have questions for me as well. What do you want to know about what happened at the Grey Garrison? Any shift in the balance of power during this war has a direct impact on my mission. If a new player appears who is capable of fighting demons effectively, then I am ready to support that person with all the resources I have at my disposal. Virgil speaks pensively as if talking to himself, but naturally I cannot blindly trust a stranger, even one marked by the gods. The gods blessed me with an incredible gift, and Queen Galfrey put me at the helm of the crusade, but that's not enough for you, is it? The will of the gods cannot and should not replace our sound judgment, and the whims of the Queen of Mendev are of no consequence at all. Virgil stops for a moment, thinking. Is there anything else you'd like to know before we move on to more serious issues? What are Hellknights doing here within the borders of the World Wound? Same as you and your army, fighting a war against the demons. The Hellknights have always been part of the Crusades from the very beginning. We don't answer to Queen Galfrey, and we act on our own authority, but we serve a common cause. Discaria spawns have no place in the world we want to build. Virgil barks out the final words. What does Paralictor mean? I'm the commander of this unit, and in the Order's hierarchy I am 2 steps lower than its leader. In the Order of Mendev and the World Wound there are few who equal my rank, but I am the most senior Hellknight officer for many leagues around. What are you going to do now after the Gargoyle attack? I will wait for my remaining fighters to return. What you see here is only a small portion of my forces. As for my long-term plans, that depends on the results of our conversation, Commander. Virgil narrows his eyes. Before we move on to serious matters, I would like to address an organizational issue regarding my unit. You may wish to be present. Yacker steps forward and salutes with a clenched fist to his chest. Paralictor, permission to report. During the first Gargoyle attack, I determined it necessary to leave my post. I swam over the river, found the commander's army, and asked them to provide assistance. Virgil nods. The reinforcements were much needed. You will earn a double salary for your resourcefulness, Yacker, and 100 lashes for abandoning your post. The young knight grows a little pale, but immediately salutes again. Yes, Paralictor. Say nothing. Virgil, who has watched you closely through the entire conversation, nods to himself. Now for a more delicate issue. You, Commander, were interested in our dispute with the Knights of the Order of the Sunrise Sword, correct? Their forces in Canabra suffered great losses in the demon attack, and now their leader has perished, and his troops are in trouble. They are reeling with no command structure. Their order will hardly be able to recover from the losses they've suffered. What are you getting at? These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with, but if I assume formal command over them, I'll be able to reforge them into weapons of reasonable quality. 1 or 2 might even become true Hellknights. The rest will be put to good use as well. I will support you and recommend that the Knights of the Sunrise Sword fall under your command, but I will expect your support in return, Paralictor. I will gladly give my support to one who can effectively fight the demons, and now let's turn to our orphans. Virgil looks at the warriors in white and yellow, shifting cheerlessly from one foot to the other. Initiates of the Sunrise Sword, your leader is dead. The Order has suffered serious losses and will not be able to recover. You may return to Mendev to join another Crusader Order and hope they don't meet the same fate as the Sunrise Sword, or you may remain under my command. I will not promise that it will be easy, or that our war-making will be constricted by your principles. What I can promise is this: under my command you will never again feel like helpless mice in the talons of a ravenous raptor. Does that mean we've worked off the precious resources you spent on us? The water, medicine, and bandages? Yells one of the knights in white and yellow. I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought you were useless garbage. The initiates of the Sunrise Sword consult with each other for a time, then one of them, a young woman in knight's armor, steps forward. Thank you for your trust, Paralictor. We will stay, and are ready to obey your orders. Fine. In due course, I will review your troops and make any necessary decisions regarding your role in my unit. Virgil turns to you. And now, Commander, for the most important issue, cooperation between our forces. We do have a common enemy and a common battlefield. You're looking at me strangely, Paralictor, when we discussed Yakker's punishment and when we were deciding the fate of the Sunrise Sword. It's as if you're testing me. Virgil lowers his head in a gesture that might be read as respectful. I do not believe I made any any attempt to conceal my interest in you, both as a new strong leader in the region and as the bearer of a highly unusual power. Of course, I'd like to know what's going on inside your head. One could say that it's my duty. My army and I are going to Dresden to free the city from demons. You can join forces with us. Virgil rubs his chin pensively. Dresden, an ambitious goal, but most reasonable. Imagine how such a victory would rally all the separate bands of today's Crusaders under one banner, and we certainly need a base of operations inside the World Wound. I stand ready to support you. Moreover, I can accompany you in your campaign. However, I'd remind you that Hellknights are outside of Mendev's jurisdiction. My unit and I will join your forces and obey your orders, but only for as long as I deem that our goals coincide. I like his eyes. They're still bright. Neither the darkness nor the paleness has taken them, for now. Hell no, we don't need the likes of these black armored statues. I don't want to fight side by side with someone who will slit my throat if I'm weak and wounded. You can't defeat one evil by inviting an equal but slightly more organized evil into your ranks. Slightly more organized than the demons? I could consider that an insult. Never dealt with Hellknights before, but from what we've seen, they're serious fighters. That's just what we need. And just think how that armor will look in the paintings they make about our battles. It's a deal. Yes, Commander. My forces and Reginald Derange are at your disposal. We're not bringing him with us, but he is very cool. I like the Hellknights. I think they're really neat. And we needed to get some more.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Lawful points. Sunrise Sword Crusader. We're still alive. Praise be Sarenrae. That is an homage to Dark Souls. I just noticed it. That's awesome. Skeleton of a man wearing armor from the time of the First Crusade. It's holding the skeleton of a child with a strange proportion and animal paws instead of its right arm and leg. Oh, it's a mongrel. Interesting. Anywho, we're leaving.
Follow me.
I should go down there with my other group and show that for the evil campaign as well. I'll do that next time. For now, I'm going to leave you guys here. We are done. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you next time. Take care.